There is growing outrage tonight after an unarmed African-American teenager was shot and killed by police in the St. Louis suburb of Ferguson, Missouri.
On the streets of Ferguson, Missouri, outrage and anger.
No justice, no peace.
Protesters of different ages and races demanding answers in the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown at the hands of a policeman.
Last night, again, in suburban St. Louis, the scene that photographers captured looked like a police state, using the same tactical get-up and the same weaponry we've come to expect in urban warfare in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Violence has erupted in the city of Ferguson. They are firing.
The police killing of one unarmed teenager in Missouri has struck a nerve with tens of thousands of people across the country.
Unfortunately, when law enforcement uses excessive force and kills people that are really no threat to their life, it's usually black men, and it's usually white cops.
The August 9th killing of an unarmed teenager was not an isolated event in American policing. Between 2005 and 2012, a white officer killed a black person nearly twice a week. That's according to the FBI.
Hold on. Don't touch me, please. Do not touch me. Damn, man. All right, stop. Put your hands, buddy. Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I'm not here to argue with you.
Wrong, sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, can you please
Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Put your hands behind your back.
Come on, really? I gotta go get my kids.
Put your hands behind your back, otherwise it's gonna get ugly.
What do you need from me?
I told you.
Can you have him let me go?
And identify you so you can settle what happened.
I haven't done anything wrong.
I told you what I wanted initially. So we could settle all
Put your hands
this.
behind your back.
I started to.
I haven't done anything wrong. Please, no, don't do this. Please,
Put your hands behind the program. Put your hands behind your back. Get it up.
Can somebody help me? That's my kids right there. My kids are right there.
Yeah, put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't choke me. I have asthma, sir.
Well, you're gonna get tased.
I'm not doing anything.
You're gonna get tased.
Duke, are you gonna open the door?
Why do you say somebody's not gonna hurt you? People are getting shot by the police.
Oh, shit! Damn! Ah! Ah! Oh, shit!
Last night, in a show of force, police in riot gear used tear gas and beanbag rounds to disperse crowds.
Why did you feel the need to come out here?
Man, I felt the need to come out here, man, basically because, you know, I felt like if we could get maybe enough people with not just my mind state, but the mind state of freedom and justice in the same place, then maybe we can make a change. I mean, you still got to justify why, you know, 70-something% of this population out here, 60-something% is white, but 70% of the population incarcerated is a minority. Why can you get 3 years probation for raping a kid, but you get 5 years for a piece of crack? It's still institutionalized racism, and it's geared to bring us down.
So what do you do now? How do you move on from this? Like, what do you...
You don't move on from something like this. With the Trayvon Martin case, they moved on from something like this, and they let something else like this happen. You're not supposed to move on from this. You're supposed to stand up for your rights. You're supposed to know your rights. And these people don't know their rights. If they knew their rights, they'd be out here doing something.
America has once again told black people that our lives don't matter. A young black man was shot and was allowed to lay in the street and have his flesh rot for 4.5 hours. And the man who killed this black man wore the shield of this nation's police department, is not even going to be brought to trial, and has not even apologized to the mother and father of this child.
You know, it's a historic moment. You know, this is I would say it's the beginning of another struggle, right? It's a revival of the civil rights movement. So I think we have to document it, we have to express it, we have to show it to other people to see what's going on. And hopefully in 30, 50 years, we don't have to do this again.
Hands up. Don't shoot.